You know, I am often accused of favoritizing Aquarius, babying Aquarius, preferring them over the other 11 signs, things like that. And I'm not even going to hold you. It's true. It's true. Aquarius is my favorite sign, but I'm Aquarius. So I think that's kind of, I mean, like, I know that there are some Aquarius who don't like other Aquarius, which I think is weird. It's like self-hatred to me. But I'm not one of those people. I love Aquarius. That's my favorite sign. And my second favorite sign, is Libra. So my thing is this, right? Some of the times I do baby you. I do give you, more videos than any other any other group, but that's because it is what it is. I feel like Aquarius is the most misunderstood sign, and I feel like I do understand you, and I feel like very few people do. The other 11 signs do not understand us, and some Aquarius don't understand us. They don't understand themselves. I'm in Aquarius groups, and some of the stuff that they say, I just like, wow, self-awareness would be key here. My goodness. So, but I know some of you that are here with me now, we've talked about this for years and years and years, and you do, like me, understand Aquarius. So today, because I didn't get a chance to baby my Aquarius this week, I wanted to give you guys a love reading. I've been working on your sit down videos, and I'm hoping to get them finished recorded tomorrow. So the first one I'm hoping to put up tomorrow night. We'll see, because I've been doing a lot of work, but we'll talk about that later. So anyway, let's talk about your love life, Aquarius. That's what today's messages are about. And I saw some stuff that, let's get into it. My name is QueenAusetHeru. And thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and pass it on to someone else who may like it too. Please drop us a positive comment in the comment section. Only positive comments will be accepted. Negative comments will be deleted and banned. Okay, let's keep it classy, people. If you would like to get a reading done, please email me or hit me up. All my information is underneath this video. And if you would like to become a patron, or if you'd like to send me a gift or send the channel a donation, all that information is underneath this video as well. All right, Aquarius, we got to get started because I got a lot to tell y'all. So this is what I call a love reading. And usually what happens with the love readings is I pull out all my love decks and I do a full reading on the person. Now, this is a generalized short version of that. So we're going to do these in piles, okay? So as always, let me get the crystals out. We're going to go with pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3. And you can use whatever pile draws you. One of the things that happened to me the other day was I was watching a pick a card reading, and instead of going for the card that I was drawn to, I went to the crystal that I thought was the prettiest one. This was a mistake, because the card I was drawn to was really talking about my life. The one that had the prettiest crystal had nothing to do with me. So if you pick the wrong one, like if it has nothing to do with your life, sometimes it is because you picked the wrong pile. So I usually don't pick a pile when I do these for you guys. I just wait and see which one of these is talking about my life. So in your case, if you feel drawn to one strongly, go with that. All right, so the first pile, this is pile number 1. Whoa, hold that out the way. Don't want to mess up my quartz crystal. All right, so number 1, your card is the Ace of Wands reversed. I'm going to put it in the upright so that you can enjoy the artwork. But please remember that it was in the reverse. So the Ace of Wands reversed for your love life specifically means whether you're single or in a relationship, your love life needs work. The Ace of Wands is about working on something, manifesting something, creating something. When it's reversed like that, it means that that is not happening, or it's enough of it isn't happening. So if you're a single person, you ain't nothing happening. Like, you're like me. Nothing happening. Not talking to nobody. You don't like nobody. You ain't around nobody, Aquarius. You chilling. You doing your own thing. You probably cool and everything. And some of you aren't. Some of you are lonely or sad. And others of you are having so much fun, like me, doing you, that you like, you're not even really thinking about romance like that. And if you're in a relationship or you're in some type of situationship, which is usually what an Aquarius will call a relationship before they actually make a commitment, if you're in a commitment or not, you're really not putting forth enough of that effort is the word I'm thinking of, into the relationship. So whatever you're doing, Aquarius, if you're seeing people and not putting in effort, or you're not seeing anyone at all and not putting in any effort, that's basically what the Ace of Wands is telling us. The Ace of Wands is calling for a lot more effort. Now, let me turn this over now. I guess I can put this up here like this. Let me see what happens when I do this. So it's time, pile number one, for you to transition beyond that. This is the Passage card. The Passage is like, yo, it's time to move on. We've been doing this lack of effort thing for however amount of time, and we're getting ready to see some of the reasons why, actually. But we've been doing this lack of effort thing for quite some time, and it's time to move on. It's time to make a decision. It's time to do whatever we need to do to move on, because it's going to take a little bit of time, as you're getting ready to see. But my thing is, pile number one, it's time to start the process. So if you're in a relationship and you're not putting forth effort, figure out why you're not putting forth effort and figure out what you're going to do about that. It's time to move on. So if you're not putting in effort because you don't want to be in a relationship, it's time to leave a relationship. If you're not putting in effort because you've been hurt before and you really don't want to date anyone, or you're falling back, or you're waiting, for whatever you're waiting for, it's time to move on. Because whatever you're waiting for is not going to happen. Some people will tell me, especially Aquarius, they'll tell me, well, I'm not going to date right now. I'm going to chill for now. That ends up being years. Let me tell y'all something. I said the same thing 6 years ago. Excuse me, Aquarius, I had a frog in my throat. I said the same thing 6 years ago. 6 years ago, going on 7 years now, I was dating a Cancer female. And some of you have heard me talk about her. And she got on my nerves so bad. I mean, like, she was just emo as, AF, okay? And she got on my nerves so bad that I was like, you know what? I don't want to date anybody for a little while. I just want to chill. I want to have a breather, right? 6 years have passed. So I really do believe this pile number one is my pile too. I think I'm with y'all, pile number one, because it's time for you and me, all of us, it's time for us to move on. Because the next card is saying that what's really happening with us is scars. We're scarred up. We're scarred up from whatever we were in, whatever BS relationship, whoever we were saying, whatever was going on. We are scarred up. And many of us have done the work to heal, and it's time to move on. And some of you have not done the work to heal. So your first step in moving on is doing the healing work. So depends upon where you are with your work. But if you've done your work and you're ready to get back into the dating scene, go for it. If you haven't done your work, do your work. If you're in this relationship and the scars are still there and things aren't working, it's time for you to reevaluate where you are and why. Pile number one, the thing is that you do have people that you care about. And it says here that you should be leaning on talking to those you care about. Aquarius, we often do not share our feelings. We often do not express our feelings. We have this awful habit of bottling things up, stuffing it into a drawer. And the card is saying you should not be doing that. You should be talking to your friends, to maybe a therapist, anything along those lines, because you need to be expressing what's going on inside of you and releasing it. So you're not going to be able to heal those wounds and to, get past those scars and move on until you do so. So Aquarius, I recommend leaning into any type of therapeutic relationship, maybe like I said, a therapist would be good. Maybe you need to just talk to your friends. I'm sure, Aquarius, many of you have friends that would be very happy to help you through the situation. And here's that communication card. So again, that piggybacked off the card we just had about leaning on people. It's your friends, it's professionals, it's your family even. You need to be talking about what hurts you. If you're in a relationship, you should be talking about what's going on. You should be talking your way through a plan and what to do. If you're single and you're hurting and you're scarred up, you should be talking about how to heal. If you've already healed and you want to move on, you should be talking to your friends about how to get back out there, or talking to a life coach about how to get back into the dating scene or something like that. Communication is going to be really key for you. Likewise, if you don't want to do this, another thing you can do is like read communication books or do a communication workshop, because for many of you, it's going to be a need to learn to communicate. So you might be sitting there thinking, I don't know how to communicate. So for some of you, it may be learning this first, because you're going to need this anyway. If you're going to move on to another relationship, you have to learn how to communicate your feelings. So if this is something that you struggle with, then you may need to get that self-help book. I remember I worked with one called Nonviolent Communication by Marshall. I can't remember his name. It was Marshall. Marshall Rosenberg, I think was his name. An excellent book on communication. There are workshops on communication. There's all kinds of videos on communication. Get your communication right, Aquarius. And people often complain that Aquarius don't communicate. And that's fine if you don't know how to communicate, but you can learn. So that's why these cards are coming up, letting you know, learn how to communicate, because it will help you no matter what stage you're in. Pile number one. I don't care where you are in this will help you. It also says that people feel like you're very unpredictable. Aquarius, I think we're all like this. Maybe not all. Most of us are like this. We are unpredictable. People say this about us all the time. If you read books about Aquarius, this is always one of the words. Unpredictable, eccentric, detached, aloof. How many times have you heard these words? So this is very commonly us. And some of that is not going to change. But people do need stability. So being able to trust certain things, you may not be predictable, because you are going to be spontaneous, and that's fine, but maybe be more stable, maybe be more communicative, maybe reassure people when they need it. Those kind of things, Aquarius, are things that happen when you're with an unpredictable lover. You start to have anxiety as to if that lover even cares about you, and a little bit of communication can clear that up. I'm sure some of you in pile one have lost somebody behind not being able to communicate, or being too unpredictable, or not wanting to express yourself, because that comes up with these. So many of you probably have experienced that. So the thing here is that you just want to give when you finally do meet somebody, you're finally moving forward, you want to give them some stability. And here's your last one. You're not really ready for a relationship. It says here, manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become a reality. Awesome. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. So you are manifesting a new relationship. You are manifesting love. You're just not ready yet. So some of us, like I said before, it's because of the healing process, and some of us, it's because you need to go through the manifesting process. If you've already done your healing process and you're ready to move on, now it's time for the manifesting. So get with the law of attraction. Watch something by Esther Hicks, Abraham Hicks, or watch The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, and really use the law of attraction. Learn it and use it. And you can manifest a miracle relationship. And that's not a fairy tale relationship. It's just one that's right for you. They use a lot of fluffy words in the community, which I don't mind. I like flowery words. I'm a poet. But a lot of times they mean something very simple. All right, pile number 2. Number two. Look at you. Number 2, you should be, look at this number 2. Let me show you. Yours came up in the upright, okay? 7 of Cups. Number 2, there's an old movie called How to Be a Player. They need to remake it with you. Okay? Number 2, you have options, all right? You might have more than one suitor who is available to you. You may be in a relationship and somebody is trying to woo you, or somebody's, or sliding into your DMs telling you, oh, I can treat you better than him. I could treat you better than her. You know, somebody is trying to get you. So number 2, you got options if you're in a relationship or not. And if you're not in a relationship, you probably are one of those Aquarius who do those situationships, basically entanglement. So you have a meaningful emotional connection, but you really are not committed to that person. You kind of with them, but you're kind of not. One foot is in the door and one foot is out. You're that kind of Aquarius. And this is only because 9 times out of 10, you haven't made a decision. And we're getting ready to see that you do have a lot of options. So Aquarius, if you're in this space and you're trying to figure out what you want to do with your love life, this is the perfect space for you to be in. And the cards have given us quite a lot of advice for you. I was very surprised at how these cards came out. Seriously. So for you, number 2, with all your options. For some of you, it's going to be lost and found love. This means that some of you are going to be going back to someone, interestingly enough. It could be somebody from the past that you broke up with. It could be somebody that got incarcerated and they're coming back out of jail. It can be somebody that went away to college or went away to the military or went away on a trip or something like that. They could have been away for a long time or a short amount of time. It could have been somebody that you never dated, but they worked at your job and you always liked them. It's something along those lines is what they're telling us. So you're coming, for some of you, you're coming into this lost and found kind of love. So it's kind of cool, you know? And let me see. This is the next one. It says here that you really need to follow your heart. So I know you have a lot of options. I know that. I know you got them beating down the door. You're beating them off with a stick. But this card says follow your heart. So I don't care who's in your face. I don't care if you got, you know, I don't care. I don't care who it is. If it's the 10 and they're making it rain on you. I don't care, male or female. It doesn't matter. You need to follow your heart, because there is a person. There's a very special person. And this is the person the cards are telling me you need to be with. So if you're already in a relationship or you're already in love with somebody, don't step out. Just stick with that person. You know, follow your heart and stick with that person. If you're, you know, if you're not with somebody who your heart is with, it may be time to move on. And you have to be compassionate enough to let that person go, Aquarius, and move on. Okay? If you're single and you got options, one of them has your heart. The other ones might be fun. They might have more money, or, you know, they may have better sex or whatever, but one of them has your heart, and that's the one the cards are telling you to go towards. And to reiterate it, they told you again. The cards get kind of pushy when you ain't listening. Choose the one you love, it says here. So that message and this message are exactly the same. Follow your heart. Choose the one that you love. Not the one with the biggest, you know what I mean? Not the one who has the, you know, the nicest car. Not the one who has the prettiest eyes, you know. The one who really has your heart. You love one of them, Aquarius. And figure, you know, sometimes we don't know that. Sometimes we're like, who, me, huh? You know, we don't even realize that we're in love. I've had that happen to me, literally. So, Aquarius, you do love one of them. And according to this, communication is important for you too. Number 1 got that same card. But your communication isn't about like communicating outside. Your communication is about communicating with that person, building a bond, talking to them, discussing the future, expressing yourself. Aquarius, a lot of people complain about this with you. I get this message almost every day. My Aquarius won't talk. My Aquarius won't open up. My Aquarius won't tell me how they feel. I hear this all day. I'm sick of hearing this. If I had $1 for every time I heard it, I'd be the richest woman in the world. Communicate with your lover, Aquarius. Talk to them. Whoever this person is that you love, talk to them. Tell them how you feel and go for it. This person feels lost without you. That's so sweet. Could be scary. It could be scary in certain circumstances, but in this one, it's not. Aquarius in pile number 2 anyway. In other cases, it could be, but in your case, it's not. So this person feels lost without you, and they really want to have something real with you. And the games that you playing in the street, Aquarius, come on now. Come on, Aquarius. You done played long enough. It's time. You instinctively know what is right for you. Here we go again. And you have the power to say no or walk away at any time. So Aquarius, walk away from the ones who ain't the one. You know they ain't the one. And walk towards the one who you know that you love. You already know. According to this, you instinctively already know. So if you're sitting there scratching your head thinking, no, I don't, Queen, I don't know. Hit me up for a full love reading, and I bet you we'll figure it out. We'll take all your options. We'll pull cards on all of them, and we'll see which one is the one that really, really has your heart. So you can email me at askanaquarius007@gmail.com, or you can hit me up on social media. All that information is underneath the video. So if you're not certain, pile number 2, I got you. Pile number 3. Now, pile number 3, your pile really concerned me because it came out. I'm going to show you this. It came out in the reverse, okay? Reverse devil. So I'm going to show it to you in the upright because I want you to see how beautiful these cards are. And remember, underneath this video, I will put a link to every deck I use. This are all the love decks I use in a love reading. All right, so pile number 3, I'm worried about you because you got the devil reversed. And although this card looks like fun to me, I'm gonna be real with you. This looks like a good time to me. I have that outfit now that I think about it. I got them boots. I got that crop that's in her hand. I got the one that's on the wall. I got them handcuffs. I got black candles. And I have a patent leather outfit that actually looks like this, but is less. It's no sleeves. It's like a one-piece bodysuit type thing. It's really cute. But anyway, let's get back to the reading, pile number 3. It does look like fun. I would have a good time anyway, in either position. I'm more of a top, but let's talk about that later. I got that. But because yours is reverse pile number 3, you need to come away from this person. Pile number 3, I don't know what you're doing because you're, based on the person, everybody's different, but I'm going to give you the possibilities. Some of you are messing with somebody that you need to come away from. Matter of fact, all of you are messing with somebody you need to come away from, but for different reasons. If you are a single person and you're messing with this type of an individual, this is the type of individual who is playing with you, and we're getting ready to see some problems with this person. If you are somebody that's in a relationship, you may be creeping with somebody, like one of you may have a lover or maybe married or something like that, or you both could be. There's a problem with this vibration. You do not belong with this person, and there's something very wrong with what you're doing. So you might think it's fun. It might be kind of, you might be getting a little adrenaline rush from it, but they're telling you need to leave this alone. Whatever this situation is, it is not good. This is not the person you need to be around, and you need to cease and desist. If you're in a relationship, stop seeing this person and deal with your relationship. If you're single and you're seeing this person, this is not the one. Whatever little game y'all playing, it's not the one. I'm telling you right now, you're going to end up either getting hurt. Yeah, that's the overall. I'm trying to think of the other possibilities. You're going to end up getting hurt. or angry, frustrated. Something's going to happen with that, and you're not going to like it. Pile number 3. Pile number 3, this energy is robotic. It's not love. Lust, maybe obsession, infatuation comes with the devil, but it's definitely not love. It could even be narcissism, codependency comes with this, but this is a robotic kind of energy. It is not love. The cards told you to stop. I mean, like, remember I told you how they go in when you're not listening? So I feel like some of y'all already know this. I feel like some of y'all have gotten signs. If not all of you have gotten signs about this person. Either you've had bad dreams, somebody has warned you. You might, like when I used to mess with that, remember I told you about my sociopathic ex, the Cancer? Well, with him, I used to get a really bad stomach, like my stomach would hurt, nauseous, or it would be churning, it would feel like. And it was guilt. It was guilt in my conscience and me knowing I was with somebody I had no business with. And some of y'all are getting these signs. You having dreams, you having visions, you are getting signs and warnings that you do not need to be messing with this person, and you messing with them anyway. The cards are telling you to stop. And the thing about this is that, like, they not like sugarcoating. They're not saying, oh, maybe you should reconsider. Oh, maybe you need some boundaries. No, they going in. They telling you to stop. Stop seeing this person. Stop talking to this person. Stop messing with this person, because you are settling. You are settling for somebody that is not. This person could be evil even. I mean, they might not be evil. They could just be a cheater or a negative person or just a player, you know. A F boy or a F girl, you know, F-U-C-K, you know what I'm saying? For those of you who know what I'm talking about, you know, they could be just that, but you're still settling for this person. You know, it's not a good match and it's not taking you anywhere. You're better off dumping them, getting yourself together, and moving on. And don't get entangled with nobody like that ever again, please. For some of you, you have to temper your feelings before you're even going to be able to escape, because many of you have feelings for this person. And this is where the problem comes in, because you have feelings for a person who's bad for you. This is a problem. And I've been here. I have been here. You have very strong feelings for somebody who's bad for you and somebody who is keeping secrets from you. This person might have another family. Maybe they're married and you don't know it. This person could have any other kind of messed up secret. They could be doing something shady or illegal, but they have a secret that you do not know about. And whatever this secret is something that really would upset you. So the cards are telling me that you need to just leave this person alone. That's why they gave you that big red stop sign. Pile number 3, after you let them go, because I'm figuring it took me a while to let Voldemort go. So it may take you guys a little bit of time to let your Voldemort. This is your Voldemort, guys. So it might take you a little bit of time. It seemed like to me, number 1 has already had their Voldemort and is trying to heal from it, or has healed from it. This is my pile. Number 2 right here, I don't see a Voldemort. I see somebody who really cares about you. And number 3, you are with your Voldemort and need to escape them. And once you have escaped your Voldemort, it says here you need to forgive. And this was the last thing I did. With my Voldemort, it took me, I stopped messing with Voldemort seriously when I was like 29 years old. I didn't really forgive him until I was 45 years old. Okay? So, yes, that was a long time. So, Aquarius, please don't trade places with me. Don't let it take that long. If it do, it do. You know, I'm not going to rush your process. But what I'm saying is let that person go and move on. And Aquarius, the longer you mess with them, the harder it's going to be to release them and forgive them. It says stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. So Aquarius, start thinking, dreaming, and imagining a person that you don't have to settle for. A person who isn't negative or lying, you know, or hiding things or whatever the case is. And remember what I told you. The longer you stay. I remember one time I heard Von Zant say, what did she say? She said it takes you as long to get out of something as it took you to get in it. Sometimes it takes longer, I've come to find. But whatever the case is that if you've been messing with this person for 6 months, it might take you 6 months, a year, or more to be able to get over it. Okay? And that's fine. No problem. But the bottom line is that you have to begin the process of detaching and moving on. Pile number 3, you are in a very, very dangerous situation with this person. And you may think you got it. You just having a good time. It is what it is, player. But guess what? It's not. Okay? All right, guys. It's time for me to get going. You come back soon because I got a lot more to say. See you later.